are a ton of reasons that your coffee can taste bitter. In fact, we made a helpful video for you to narrow down the problem and fix it. But after making that video, we've heard from a ton of people that adding salt to your coffee can take the bitterness away too. Salt and coffee sounds like a weird mix, but it turns out a ton of people swear by it. In this video, we'll show you the recommended way to brew your coffee using salt, and we'll have some coffee drinkers put it to the test. So to do this right, you want to add your salt to your coffee before you brew. Adding it to your cup after is not going to turn out great. In fact, it's going to be pretty gross. It's recommended that for every 6 tablespoons of coffee grounds added into your coffee maker, you want to add a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. So now that our coffee maker's ready, it's time to get brewing. But remember, let it brew the full pot before giving it a try. Okay, so our lightly salted coffee is brewed and ready to go. For our taste test, we also brewed a pot of regular saltless coffee. So before we bring our official taste testers in, I want to give this a try. I'm not a huge fan of black coffee. I find it a little too bitter for my liking, so I'm eager to see if this can be a win for me. I don't know which is which, so let's dive in. Okay, that's not too bad. That's not actually that bitter at all. Okay, so I definitely prefer this one over this one, and I actually might dare say that's a lot more drinkable to me in general, where I don't like black coffee. So I'm going salt, no salt. Yeah, no, that definitely works. This is much less bitter and a lot more drinkable. I'm surprised. That was like, yeah, I noticed it. All right, so let's get our testers in here and sort this out.
I actually don't drink coffee, so I'm one of those people who don't want to rely on that to keep me awake.
I usually drink 2 in the morning and 1 in the afternoon.
5, yeah. Well, I start my day with coffee. I want that bitterness all the time.
I actually think it's kind of absurd to put salt in your coffee, but I don't know. I've never heard of that.
I've heard mixed opinions. I find the idea of putting salt in my coffee a bit blasphemous. And I tend to like bitter coffee, so I don't totally understand it.
I did hear about adding salt to the coffee, and I gotta tell you that I'm a little bit skeptical about having salt in your coffee though.
I don't think it's gonna work, but it's worth a try.
This is less bitter. This has got salt. Yay!
I'm gonna guess that this one has salt in it. Is that right? Okay.
Oh, this is really the salty one with the salt. Yeah, it's interesting.
I don't think there's a huge difference between them.
Honestly, it was not a huge difference though. A very subtle difference.
It's not bland for sure as compared to the first one, so it has a little taste. I might just go for another sip if you don't mind.
Yeah, I don't think there's any difference in bitterness, honestly.
Oh yeah, well, yeah, it's definitely got salt in there. The aroma stays the same. The taste is pretty much the same. Just the bitterness level has come down. That's it.
I feel like this one would give me a salty aftertaste, which is not what I'm looking for in my coffee. So I'm gonna go with a no on this theory.
It definitely works for someone who doesn't want it too bitter, you know. So it's for starters who want to try get into black coffee, or just don't want it too strong. Yeah, a pinch of salt might work.
Okay, definitely confirmed for me today. So the bitterness was really a bit subdued. I guess the salt really did something in there to add more flavor, sort of masked that bitterness. I think it's overall a better choice over this one. Yeah.
So there we have it. It turns out that adding a bit of salt to your coffee does reduce the bitterness. So if you're someone who's a little bit sensitive to bitter coffee or doesn't like the taste, give it a try. It might be the trick for you. Let us know what you think about adding salt to your coffee in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe to Fix.com for more useful videos.